What is up, guys? My name is Ted, and today it is absolutely downpouring outside. I'll go ahead and tell you a quick life story. When I was young, I remember absolutely loving it when it rained outside, because whenever it rained, it meant that I didn't have to do anything outside, didn't have any excuses to have a social life and have to do anything, so I'd always stay indoors and either play video games or computer games all day long. And so, for some reason, now, whenever it rains, I always get in a great mood. And when it's even like during school or when it's after school and I'm sitting at home, when it rains, I get in the absolute best mood ever. So yeah. Anyways, today I'm gonna talk about a few things. I got a few comments on my last videos with questions and just random things that people wanted me to address in my next video. So I'm gonna talk about those, and yeah, and then I'll conclude the video with something special, a special announcement, I guess you could say. First one was that one guy wanted me to do a PM63 video with extended mags and rapid fire with Warlord attachment. Well, you can't actually put extended mags and rapid fire on a gun together. If you have Warlord on, even though Warlord allows you to have two attachments on your primary weapon, I think Travis decided that'd be a little too overpowered to have extended mags and rapid fire on a submachine gun. I don't see it personally. I think that that'd make it at least reasonably good, but still pale in comparison to most other guns. But so you can't actually put that combination on. Although I haven't been messaging him, I'll probably end up doing a PM63 extended mag video. The PM63 is actually a pretty fun weapon. You won't be able to hold a great KDR, but it's with extended mags, it's got really low recoil. The thing is, it basically shoots marshmallows. I mean, the damage is the lowest of any gun in the entire game. The only gun that does worse damage than the PM63 would be the CZ75 fully auto attachment, and that gun just once again just shoots marshmallows. But yeah, there's a lot of weird things that you can't add to certain guns, like as far as attachments go. Like with Warlord Bling in Modern Warfare 2, you know, Infinity Ward was very giving. They'd let you put whatever you want on a gun, like extended mags and akimbo or whatever. You know, but in Black Ops they tamed down a lot of the combinations. Like the big thing they focused on in this game was make sure that no perk combinations went too well together, and apparently they also made sure that no gun attachments go too well together. So things like the extended mags and the dual mags for any assault rifle or a couple of the submachine guns, you can't have dual mags and extended mags at the same time. That just makes sense because in real life you couldn't have a larger magazine and then be, I guess they could still be taped together. I don't know how that works in real life. I'm not really a gun person in real life, but it doesn't seem like it'd work for me. I don't know. Other things you can't have is rapid fire and extended mags, like I said earlier. And for obvious reasons, you can't have thermal sight and, you know, like a red dot sight, because it'd be two sights, it wouldn't work. That's the obvious stuff. I'm not sure of any other combinations that wouldn't work. I should have probably looked at it before I did this video. Honestly, if you put extended mags on, the only thing you can add to extended mags is a red dot sight. The only things I could think of is the grenade launcher or the underbarrel shotgun. When you have those on, you can't add anything to your gun. Like you can put Warlord on a gun with a grenade launcher and underbarrel shotgun, but it doesn't really benefit you at all because you can't add another attachment to a gun that has an underbarrel shotgun or a grenade launcher. And I love that because nothing would get me more aggravated than to see some guy use his grenade launcher and then, you know, have a perfect sight reticle to like a red dot sight or whatever. Like, it's newbie in the first place to use a grenade launcher. I don't mind because I've got a flat jacket, so they can use their grenade launchers if they want to. But it's just it help out the noobs too much. And that's what I'm really glad this game doesn't do. In Modern Warfare 2, any noob can pick up a grenade launcher with a, you know, one-man army and danger close and pull out a positive kill-death ratio just by shooting these like massive death balls at people. But in this game, it's not nearly that easy as it was in MW2, and I'm really glad about that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was one guy posted how to form a spawn trap and how do I know where the enemies are going to spawn the entire game. And I talked a lot about my other videos. I'll leave annotations in the game, or at the end of this game, to videos where I explain more about spawn trapping. But what I do in Demolition is I normally build a perimeter around the spawn. The teams that I play with aren't like these all-stars that are like, you know, top in the world for Demolition. Don't get me wrong, I do have the top 10 people in Demolition for my friends list. I play them on a regular basis. However, those games are normally just aim down sight and wait for the guys to spawn 2 feet in front of you and you knife them. And those games are not entertaining at all. These games, at least, are a lot of action-packed, like gun power. You know, get inside of a spawn and like doing 360s and all and turning around. But in Demolition, the spawns don't switch at all. Like the spawns are in one area of the map, and the only time they ever change or alter slightly is when one bomb is diffused, or when one bomb is blown up. So say for this map, the left flank behind barrels, leading alongside the back behind white trailer, that's the main spawn. I mean, that and the bathroom is the only spawn on firing range. And I wish I'd probably do an aerial view. I'll probably do more video editing later on to show you a clearer picture of this. But bathrooms is right there where I was shooting at, and that's a very major spawn location. The other spawn location is where I'm going right now. This is called left flank, and right where I sit behind barrels normally, and that's guarding behind the white trailer. I hope you know where I'm talking about here. It's just the big white trailer. That's the other spawn location where they're gonna have. They have a total of 6 spawns between those 2 areas. So generally, you can stick a man at each spawn, and you'll do perfectly fine. And if you can get in there, get in the spawn, and be able to get your team far enough in that you can handle the spawn locations, then you can aim down sight and just wait for them to spawn in front of you. Now, there's 2 problems with that. One, it's extremely boring. I mean, sitting in a corner with your knife out or aiming down sight and having guys spawn in front of you. Granted, it's a great experience, but I'm max level anyways. I don't want to prestige it all. I've had a lot of friends get reported for boosting for it, and when Treyarch sees what they've done, they ban them for or they don't. Treyarch doesn't even really look, I don't think, because what we're doing is entirely legitimate, like part of the game, but it's just kind of cheap, I guess. I don't know. But my friends have gotten banned for it, so I don't want to do that too often. And the other problem is that the gameplay when you're watching it, it's not exciting at all. Like how people would want to sit and basically they may as well have tack inserts laid down and having just knifing them. Like that's the same amount of joy that you get out of watching a gameplay like that. So whenever I make my gameplays, I generally with a team of like 1.5 kill death ratio people that aren't like all stars of the game that don't really know what they're doing, and I teach them about spawn trapping. And it's more of like a lesson for me. Like a lot of people that get inside of games, they don't really know what spawn trapping is. They don't know how to do it, and it's something that's really easy to catch on to. A lot of people can catch on to it within 1 or 2 games of doing it successfully. And the biggest thing is really learning all the spawn locations. Now there's only between 6 and 10 spawns for each side. So as long as one guy can post up in an area, like for right here, they're spawning back. I don't know what the MLG call it is. I call it back bar, but that's just because there's beer cans all in there. That's a personal call. I don't know what the MLG official call out is for it. But right here where I'm at is where they spawn at, and there's only 3 exits to this. So honestly, 3 men posted up at good positions, like one guy B-bomb, one guy A-dom beside barrels, and then one guy, I call it douche spot. It's behind the big wooden, I don't know, gate kind of thing that just sticks out and it's basically impossible to shoot through. That's if you have 3 guys posted up there, it could be a 3-man spawn trap for that side of the spawn, as long as they plant a demolition. And the spawns don't flip for a very good reason. If you're on defense and you're defending these bombs, the game wouldn't ever want to spawn you on the other side of the map. Even no matter how much in your spawn the enemy team gets, the game once thinks that you're trying to still defend that bomb, so it wants to spawn you as close to that bomb as it can get you. And if your people are all up in that spawn, unlike in Demolition or Team Deathmatch, where when people are all up in your grill, like shooting you as you spawn, it'll flip the spawn. Like it'll flip on a dime in Team Deathmatch, and basically just as easy in Domination. But in Demolition, it thinks that you're still going for that objective and you're still defending that objective. So it doesn't realize that, oh, they're getting spawn raped, we should probably move them out of here so they can actually do something. Instead, it just keeps spawning you in the same locations over and over and over again, repeatedly, until either you leave the game or you break free of a spawn trap. And breaking free of a spawn trap that people make, like my teams make, it's not that hard at all, because there's more spawns and there's more people than we can manage most of the time. The only way that they can't get out of it is if they have no communication or they just plain take it. They just take the spawn rape and they don't either know what's going on or don't know that they're doing bad. Like there's a lot of people, like lower levels or split screens, Split screens primarily just won't care. They'll get into the game and they'll just be playing with their friend and they don't even know what's happening to them. But low levels will just think it's part of the game. You'll just think that the map's either really small or they're just not doing very well, and they get one kill and think they've helped their team out. Like I've had enemies. I've gone into game chat, and the guy will be like, 7 and 150 deaths, 7 kills, 150 deaths. He'll be like, yeah, but I helped my team out, right? I'm like, because he's got 7 kills and he apparently thinks that's amazing. But they just don't know that they're doing bad. They don't know that they're doing awful, so they'll just stay in the game and take it. And that's how a spawn trap works. Now the problem with it is that, like I said, it's boring. It's kind of like boosting almost. But the final problem is that everyone rage quits. And this game really has good matchmaking now. I didn't used to say that it used to have crappy matchmaking. You could never find replacement players for any game that you got into. But now the spawns are just as bad, and the people leave just as often. But the matchmaking finds replacements really quickly now. So I can't complain about that anymore at all. The matchmaking really is good. The only problem is sometimes you'll be playing one person for a little while. And that's really boring. That's normally when I'll fast forward through the video. If I ever fast forward in this game, it's either through a chopper gunner or through a one-man enemy team. Those are the only times I'll ever fast forward through a gameplay. But what else to explain about spawn traps? It's not something that you can explain until you've had actual experience with it. Like what I tell my friends when they get inside a game with me and they don't know how to do a spawn trap, I tell them put on a blackbird and put on a gunship, and you'll watch them spawn. And you can learn spawns really fast if you have a blackbird and a gunship, because wherever those red triangles come up at, that's where they spawn at. Wherever the triangle from where your blackbird's at, if you see that, that's where they're spawning at. It's really easy to learn spawns really quickly when you're with a good team that gets inside of the spawn and's got that type of air support up. So if you want to ever get a spawn trap going or just need to learn how to do it, add me on Xbox Live. I play with anyone. Like I've really low requirements. The only times that I get aggravated is if people don't do what I say. If people are not going for a bomb that I need planted or defused, and I play the objective minimally, like just enough to win the game. We always go into overtime because that's on purpose. We want longer games. We always leave one bomb either planted or defused to make the game last even longer. I mean, we play bare minimum objective just to make sure I get the win. And for those that care, I'm actually on a 32-game win streak right now, so it's not like if you see me not playing the objective, A, it's because I normally don't want to play the objective to get the game to last longer, or B, I'm letting my teammate plant or defuse because they care about points for the bomb plant. A bomb plant in this game is 500 or maybe it's 1,000. I don't even know anymore. I've only planted like 6 bombs ever. And that type of stuff levels people up really quickly in these games. And my friends that play with me Prestige a lot, they want to get that XP to level up even faster. So if you want to add me, if you want to play a little bit, that'd be fine. I always post my subs. I've got a few subs right now that have added me actually. And they're all really good. I find that people that are my subscribers on YouTube are normally better players anyways. They're looking for games on YouTube. Normally the worst players don't tend to look for gameplay on YouTube because they don't really care so much about the game. Like the casual gamers don't normally do that. And that's about all I wanted to say. As for the special announcement, it's kind of to be expected, I guess. But this video is not going up until tomorrow. I'm making it late at night. But the problem was I've made a video earlier today that I was going to post today or yesterday when you're seeing this. And I was going to post it, but for some reason it wouldn't process on YouTube. So I don't really know what happened there. But whatever occurred, I'm going to post 2 videos tomorrow as compensation for not being able to post one today. So when you see this video, you're probably going to see 2 in one day. I'll probably post this one before I go to school, and then make another one after school that I'm going to post. So that'll compensate for it, I guess, to keep up with the 1-a-day videos. I've been doing pretty good on that. I'm proud of myself. I've been posting basically a video a day for the last, I think, week and a half now. I've been doing pretty good. I'm really cracking down on my channel. I'm going to build a bigger community now, and I'm not going to let this channel go to waste like it was before. I got plenty of gameplay on the way, tons of 100+ games on my hard drive. I haven't even played in a few days, and I still got a bunch of games stacked up. Subscriber requests are still coming. I got a live high roller, live commentary high roller thing coming out in a few days. That video is it's really short and it's not a really good game. So I'm probably gonna try to get a better one before I post a high roller. And that's about it, guys. As far as this gameplay goes, the final score in this game was 166 kills and 8 deaths, 7 deaths, 7 deaths. Okay. So 166 kills, 7 deaths. I think it's like a 25 kill death ratio, something around that number. And yeah, the gameplay's over right about now. If you liked what my gameplay, liked the commentary, felt like you learned something, please click the like button. Even maybe subscribe if you want to see these gameplays posted daily. This score is not unusual. I post games like this every single day, these type of scores. And leave a comment if you want to see any special things, guys. And that's it. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.